So you met on a golf course?
He came out to Warwick Hills, and he was on the 17th hole.
No, we met years before that. I didn't even golf.
I
hated golf. You're like, why don't you golf? I'm like, it's gay.
Did you get a little gayer once you started?
Oh, I'm completely gay now. I love golf.
I got him to play the Pro-Am at Warwick Hills, and all he wanted to do was hit a drive down the middle of the fairway.
I did, first shot.
And you absolutely killed it.
I had him. I didn't really golf at the time, so we were just having fun. He drives my General Lee up there with my brother, and like, it's just a shit show. And and so I'm like, let's have some fun. So I just wear a pair of overalls, crack a beer, and I'm like, and you know, these sports writers in Detroit are like, do you golf? I'm like, oh, I was gonna go pro, but the music thing got in the way, so I just focused on. I'm just totally bullshitting them, and I smack one down the middle. Just killed it. No shoes, overalls. And so now these guys, until I hit my second shot, I had them all convinced. They're like, wow, he could have gone pro. And then they figured it out after I hit another ball. But for that 5 minutes, I had them all fooled.
He walked really slow getting to that ball, too.
So that was the first time you guys hung out?
No, we hung out a little bit, but
Yeah.
we became really good friends. I'd say that week. I ended up staying at his place in Clarkston for that tournament every year.
Stayed at my place every year. I used to have to like yell. Like one year I was doing shows and
pro. Huh.
you and Fuckhead were fucking up in the guest house,
Pro.
just boozing it up. Like
Who's Fuckhead?
his caddy, his South African caddy.
Pro. He's funny, though.
He's funny as shit, but I'm trying to sleep because I got shows the next day and I don't mess around between shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not in the early years, yeah, it was a little different, but you know, I stay on my game and I'm like, you guys got to shut up, man. I got to play.
What were they doing?
I'm, football!
Hey, we stayed in this little guest room up top, had 2 bedrooms, but I don't know. It's probably I love to cook. And
they got lasagna going.
I'm cooking him food all week long. But anyway, his oven in there, I don't know how old that sumbitch is, but let me tell you something. I want that oven. It's one of the best ovens I've ever cooked.
It's an electric oven. Or it was. This is my old house outside Detroit.
Oh, it was amazing. What did you do? You sold all that. Did you keep the oven?
No.
Oh, that thing's vintage.
Sold it all.
Pretty
much everything in it.
All the signs that are so old when you go on your property and you don't keep a vintage oven like that.
No, I didn't keep the oven.
Oh, man.
I kept the signs.
I should have stole that son of a bitch.
Yeah. I still got the codes.
Most people can't appreciate a good oven from a bad oven.
Oh, I can.
So did you kick him out?
No, I kind of got hardened as shit a little bit because, you know, I'm serious about work. And then I think you dropped out of the tournament. Like something, he's like, my leg hurts. I had to withdraw from the tournament. Your leg hurts. I'm like, that wouldn't be that freaking handle of vodka you drank last night, would it?
No, that actually helped it.
And then he's kind of on the couch. I'll never forget this, like a little kid. And he's like, and I had a show, we were flying to somewhere. And he's like, and I was pissed at him because these shenanigans were going on. I love him like a brother. But I'm like, he had me upset. And he's like, is it okay if I go to the show with you tonight? I'm like, no, it's not okay. Of course, he ended up going to the show. Good time. I love him.
Great time.
How do you recover after you have 40 of those?
Start drinking again.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have like a time limit in the
You fall off
morning?
a horse, you're going to get back on that.
I think that's right.
Yeah. How's that cigar?
It's actually tremendous.
good,
honestly.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't get to smoke enough of them.
Well, you're going to get plenty of
But I
it.
try. Thank you for that. I'm going to smoke one every day. So you don't, I mean, even as you age, you don't have problems recovering?
Not.
It ain't getting easier.
It's not getting easier, but right now I'm still okay.
Cornbread and iced teas took the place of pills and 90 proof.
Cornbread and iced tea?
Oh, Hank Jr. line.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go to Taco Bell on a hangover morning, you know, at like 10 in the morning and order, 4 tacos with extra cheese, big Mountain Dew and some chalupas, and then wash it down with beer and cigarettes. And you would just say to your body, like, I'm not, like,
I'm not going to succumb.
Daddy's home.
You got to do that 2 in the morning, though.
Yeah,
Not 10 in the morning.
No, you got to do it at 10 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
Because 10 in the morning, it's so aggressive that you just say to your body, I mean, I don't drink at all anymore, but I used to, you just have to, like, reestablish control.
It's like,
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to kind of
See,
put
I
up with
don't
this.
know what that means.
But 6 to 2 a.m. is like you're just getting warmed up. Like 2 a.m. you're like, all right, let's go. 10 a.m. you're like,
Yeah.
all right, let's think about this.
Yeah.
I'm in bed at 10 p.m. So.
I'm at 10:30.
Are you really?
But I'm up at 3:30, 4 a.m.
What are you doing at 4 a.m.?
Checking my emails and stuff. Like I get all my business done. I just get that time by myself with nobody bothering me.
Do you take a nap?
I take a nap every day. Yeah.
For how long?
45 minutes to an hour.
Do you really every day?
Put on a little Bob Ross.
Do you really put on Bob Ross?
Oh, it's so calming.
Bob Ross the painter?
Yeah. The way his voice. I've been doing it since like when I used to have to tape it on a Betamax machine, and then I would, I was a music nerd, technical nerd in that space. I engineered studios and
Are you
stuff.
listening to this? Do you know who Bob Ross was?
So I would take those outputs and put it onto a cassette tape and then put it in my Walkman.
Do you guys know who Bob Ross was?
Everybody knows Bob Ross. Everybody knows Bob Ross.
So you listen to Bob Ross like a soundtrack?
He it's like meditation music. His voice is just calms me down.
You know how I take a nap? Put golf on.
Really?
That too, that works.
Yeah. No disrespect to the commentators, but man, they got the voices that are just.
Really? I think golf would wind you up.
Well, they don't show enough shots.
Oh.
And the game's so slow, a guy could be putting and he's we'll come back in a minute.
Yeah, they do talk a lot.
5 minutes later, he still hadn't putted. You're going like, okay, there's another commercial, 3 minutes.
They talk like all these fuckhead Hollywood actors are doing now. Have you noticed this? This is a big pet peeve of mine. So you're watching some streaming show or this, that, and the other, and for some reason, the majority of these people want to talk like this.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get engaged in the show, and then the music comes on like, bong, get it on. You're like, God damn it. You're like, can't you just talk in a normal
Well, you know what that
voice?
is?
I know that some scripts.
No, you know what that is? Sometimes 18, they have the glass open, so if somebody's putting, you can actually hear the echo. If they're talking, that's why a lot of them talk really softly.
No, I think we're talking about two different things.
In golf, I mean,
No, I'm talking about regular like streaming like movies and shit. Like everyone's
yeah.
like, I'm so cool, I talk like this. And you're like, I can't fucking hear you. Like you're an actor. Maybe you want to get across a dialogue. I understand things might call for a whisper, like if a mob guy's telling something to somebody in some whatever show. You're like, but they all, not all, but the majority of them are like, hey, I'm so cool, I talk like this. I'm like, I can't fucking hear you. I'm trying to enjoy your show.
What are you, a grandfather now?
Oh, twice. I am.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Junior's got some beautiful kids.
Are you a grandfather?
Not yet.
You're close.
Are you encouraging it?
He doesn't have a choice. None of us do.
Nah, let them do what they do.
Yeah.
Are you a grandpa yet?
I'm not. And I'm
You're
bitter
close.
about it. You can't be a biblical patriarch until you're a grandfather. Period.
There you go.
How old were you when you became a grandfather?
Oh, man. My granddaughter's 8, and I'm 52.
That's incredible.
It gets cold in Detroit.
Yeah.
I had my son when I was 23, and he had my first grandchild when he was 21.
Good for him.
We can have the chance, if I can keep my shit together, maybe have 5 generations at some point.
Easily. You could easily do that.